right after I give you that last keyword for the night. And then 7 o'clock is Tip-Off Downtown. Next week on the show, I will have more tickets for you for WWE Monday Night Raw. If you want to see comedian Chris DiStefano, he's doing March 5 at the Agora. And for everybody hitting me up for 9 Inch Nails tickets, I will have those for you for that show at Blossom. 9 Inch Nails, Ministry, and Nights Are Ebb are going to play. September 24. So for everybody asking me about 9 Inch Nails tickets next week, I will have those for you.
Hey, I saw on the calendar. Is Jim Brewer coming next week?
Jim Brewer is coming. He's supposed to, he might be calling the show next week.
Okay, I was going to say it'd probably have to be a phoner because we're going to be at the crossover event.
That's right.
And,
yep.
Gotta be vaxxed.
Got a lot of good people. Well, and I want to ask him about all that too. Jim Brewer has had a couple of on-stage meltdowns over the pandemic, so I want to pick his brain about that. I always like talking to Jim Brewer. I don't cotton to this whole, I think you're fun. You know, a lot of people have this notion of comedians now where it's like, I really thought he was funny until he said this. Well, it doesn't make him less funny because he said something you don't agree with. I think Jim Brewer is very funny, but he's had a hard time over the pandemic. He's done some, I don't know what you call them. He's done gigs at like right-wing conferences or something. I don't know. I mean, he got booked to do, anyway, who cares? I'm hoping that he'll call in next week and we'll figure it out. But we got a lot of good people coming through hilarities over the next couple of months, and we'll be stopping in here. Paul Reiser is going to be back on the show. We got Pat McGann in here tomorrow.
I love Pat.
He's very, very funny. He's a Chicago comic.
It's got a great special on Amazon.
Yeah. Sebastian Maniscalco takes him out sometimes, but he's a very funny guy. Just on his own, too. So he's doing the Weekend at Hilarities. Stripper Scott wrote me, and he goes, did you see Jeopardy last night? And I did. Category is about famous DJs. They're doing, this is phase 1 or the quarterfinals or whatever, for the college. You know when they have college kids in there? Mm-hmm. It's the National College Championship quarterfinals. And the question goes, the category is DJs, and they go to Ella from Princeton, who buzzes in.
Star DJ with the album Joy Time.
Mayim Bialik, by the way, hosting this thing.
You like her? You hate her? What's that
I don't know anything about her. I don't know. She just rubs me the wrong way. Whatever, right? Harmless.
The superstar DJ with the album Joy Time is known for the white helmet that goes with this stage name. Ella.
What is Deadmau 5?
Okay, now I've been saying Deadmau 5 for like 15 years, and everybody, for a while before they got the joke, people would just love to scream at me and message me, you idiot! I'm like, yeah, that's why it's funny. Deadmau 5. He uses a 5 instead of an S. I'd never heard another human being say it unless they were referring to me. Ella from Princeton, Deadmau 5. I love it.
Do you think she listens to the show? That's what it is?
She's our Princeton bureau chief. Mm-hmm. Field reporter.
I'll have to look.
Field agent.
Ella.
What is Deadmau 5?
No. Steven.
What is Marshmallow?
That's right, and I've seen him perform live, in case you're curious.
Shut up, Blossom.
Nobody cares.
In case you're curious. See, I think the thing with Mayim Bialik is she acted as a little kid, and then she got really bored with it. So she went to college and got a degree in neuroscience or something. So she's no dummy. But then she went back into acting because Big Bang Theory was pretty much, it was a show about nerds. And so they're like, well, we'll bring her in. But now everything she does is like, did you guys know I'm really smart?
It's her,
like they have,
typecast.
it's her, I know it's her brand, but it's like, we get it. I get it. She does these commercials. I'm a real scientist. Okay, yeah, I get it. You and I have a lot of similarities. Hey, listen. Let's talk about DJs for a second. Did you read the RazzleKhan story?
No.
And what?
I don't even know what that is.
This is my favorite. We're not even halfway through the month, and this will be my favorite story of the month. Putting the con in RazzleKhan. This girl who is like one of these awful, terrible cringe rappers. I don't know if she's Ukrainian or I don't know what the hell's going on. She goes by RazzleKhan. And she and her...
So this isn't like a Razzle convention.
Yeah,
No.
What's
Sorry.
a convention of Razzles?
Sorry. Razzle. Khan. Her rap name is RazzleKhan. And she and her husband have been busted for a multi-billion-dollar crypto heist.
Okay, I did actually.
Did you see this?
I saw the headline and I was like,
the music is bonkers.
Oh, I'm excited.
This is her description. RazzleKhan is a surrealist artist with synesthesia, making music for misfits. She creates sexy horror comedy raps with an authentically awkward twang. This digital Bedouin gives you a take. You'd never guess she was a crypto scammer with all this hype beast bro lingo in there. Here's some of her music. I don't know what this song is called, but it's fantastic.
Spirit of a revolutionary, power of a dictator. Love to be contrary, but I'm fly like a gator. I've got pilot blood, I'm a real risk taker. Pirate riding the flood, badass money maker. Grandmother crocodile, weirder than an X-File. Brief fire, silver.
Yeah, anyway,
Is that?
the DOJ seized $3.6 billion in stolen Bitcoin and arrested this girl and her husband. I don't know if she's a war bride or what.
How many years in prison is
She
that?
calls herself the Crocodile of Wall Street, and they found almost all of the billions worth of Bitcoin stolen during a hack 6 years ago of a crypto exchange called Bitfinex? I don't know. They found it in the hands of this girl and her husband. $3.6 billion worth of crypto. This girl's name is Heather Morgan, and her husband, Ilya Lichtenstein. So, an American girl who found an allegedly rich guy. Now, she's got plenty of other music, Mary.
Why are you
She's got a
looking
song.
at me?
She's got a song about menstruating. She's got a song called "Buckets of Blood."
Ew.
Yeah.
Some bitch, I'm bleeding buckets, getting like more blood up in here than a lamb on curb on my rum. Now this ain't just no regular ladies time a month. I'm talking about fucking bleeding buckets.
I hate that I
don't know what
understood
any
every
of
word.
this is.
I understood every word of that.
The
That
middle
makes
one?
me upset.
I didn't
Yes.
understand the middle thing.
Say
up in here than a lamb on curb on my rum. Now
What is Lambam Kerma
You're right.
Myram? I don't know what
No,
that is.
I didn't know that. Say it
My
again.
crib around.
Hold on. Say it again. Do it again.
a lamb on curb on my rum. Now this ain't just no regular ladies time a month. I'm talking about fucking bleeding buckets.
You're right. I didn't know what that
The
was.
song's called Bleeding
Buckets.
This is on Spotify. Everybody's worried about Joe Rogan. This is on Spotify.
Anybody can put anything on Spotify.
Is that true?
You just got to submit it.
So there's no gatekeeping on Spotify.
As long as they.
Because there are a lot of things I can't find on Spotify.
Well, some artists don't put their things on Spotify. That's like up
No,
to
I
the
mean
artist.
like big art. Well, okay, but
Yeah, that's
Like
up to the
Garth
artist.
Brooks is not on Spotify. Like there's things
He's got
that they.
exclusive deal with Amazon, I think.
Right.
you're never going to believe this. I've never once searched for Garth Brooks.
Well, you are missing out, buddy.
So you can just put your stuff on Spotify.
You just submit it and they'll accept it. Usually.
This is her new song. She's probably going to prison or something, she and her husband, but she dropped a new song a couple of weeks ago. Brand new, called Moon and Stars.
Moon and stars, too cool for bars. Don't drive no cars, 'cause baby you and me from Mars. Moon and stars, moon and stars, moon and stars, stars.
Move over, William Hung.
And stars. You make my heart melt like jelly. I wanna go and tickle your belly. Oh boy. But opposed to my fingers, sticky like glue.
Hey Heather, I am not amused.
Through nails and fire, our love is more than just desire. We entrepreneurs and urban explorers make on paths, take no.
So anyway, there's a lot of that. Poor RazzleKhan. She and her scammer husband are in big trouble. But that is all over Spotify. So if you're down... boy, I thought it was bad enough that girl we played
She's
a
got
while
a
ago.
country song.
Huh?
She's got a country song.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Cutthroat Country.
Cutthroat Country. That's full of expletives.
Yeah, that's
so
what I
couldn't
figured,
really do
yeah.
anything with that. The Department of Justice doesn't explicitly say that they stole all the crypto. It was a hacker who transferred the Bitcoin from an exchange to an outside wallet, and the wallet was controlled by her husband. So the allegation is that, well, maybe they didn't steal it, but they benefited from it.
Their accessories.
Something. So
I'm just glad they didn't steal Bitcoin's rhymes. That would be upsetting.
Yeah. The RazzleKhan website doesn't get any better. RazzleKhan is like Genghis Khan, but with more pizzazz. I don't know if she's like touched in the head or what, but, you know. Well, now that I know that anybody can put anything on these platforms.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was like SoundCloud.
I mean,
there's like
you have to go through certain different.
Yeah, but clearly there's
things,
no gate.
yeah.
Clearly there's just somebody who takes submissions and goes, add to list.
Basically,
you know, yeah.
It's like you usually have to go through some sort of service like CD Baby or something like that, and it's like $30.
They found the guy because he allegedly kept the private keys to his crypto wallet in his email's cloud storage. So anywho, if you were an OG RazzleKhan fan, I'm very sorry to tell you that she and her husband have been arrested for laundering almost $4 billion in cryptocurrency.
Pretty prolific for someone that is...
Bleeding buckets.
Yeah, bleeding buckets. Bleeding buckets. I like the way she says buckets.
Yeah, I do too. It's not a bad song. I wish I could play the rest of it for you, but I just want to give you a taste, Marius. Taste.
Some bitch, I'm bleeding buckets, getting like more bloated up in here than a lamb on curb on my rum. Now,
Then a lamb on curb, looking more bloated than a lamb on Curbamyron? Is that a...
What is that?
I don't know. Is that a type of...
on curb on my rum. Now, this ain't just no regular ladies time of the month. I'm talking about fucking bleeding buckets.
Yeah, this is not any regular ladies' time of the month.
I'm bleeding buckets.
I'm bleeding buckets.
Talking about fucking bleeding buckets.
So it's like, but in that, she sounds like she has a speech impediment. Again, that hasn't stopped anybody from doing anything, but she's got some kind of Appalachia twang or I don't know what. But man, I love RazzleKhan. You go down the RazzleKhan hole, whoo, doggy.
Well, be careful because there's buckets of blood down there.
There are buckets of blood.
Fucking bleeding buckets.
Bleeding buckets.
She wants to tell you.
About fucking bleeding buckets.
Well, listen, you'd never hear our buddy Bitcoin doing anything that awful.
Well, her lyrics are on genius.com.
Well, that's where they should be.
on Kurban Byram. Kurbanbayram. Kurban Byram. So it isn't gibberish. It just sounds like gibberish. I don't know what
Kurban Byram is an Islamic holiday, so that maybe they slaughter a lamb or something.
Oh, look, she's teaching us
Oh,
things.
see?
Yeah. All right, well, maybe her husband is a Muslim.
There's
Maybe
more-
he taught her these things.
There's more blood in here than a lamb on Kurban Byram.
Okay. Feast of the Sacrifice.
Well, there you go then.
There you go. When
So-
Abraham was ready to sacrifice his son. Well, we all know that. Part of the Judeo-Christian tradition.
Obviously.
Yep. All right. Hold on. Let me get it back.
Some bitch, I'm bleeding buckets, getting like more bloated up in here than a lamb on curb on my rum.
So they are words.
Yeah, it's July 9th and July 12th. I don't know when she dropped this song.
Now, this ain't just no regular ladies time of the month. I'm talking about fucking bleeding buckets.
Oh. That's what makes me the most sad is I just discovered her and now she's probably going to prison. I don't know. I mean,
Well, that'll actually up her street cred.
but how can they
Oh, her Instagram's private.
But how can they prosecute you for playing around with deregulated currency?
Oh, God. Her pronouns on Instagram are listed as they, she.
They, she? Yeah, the girl doesn't sound bright. I mean, I don't know how much of this is a goof and how much is just her sitting in her bedroom bored.
Yeah.
But, you know, whatever. Alan Cox Show After Hours line. People just sometimes want to leave quick messages there, and you can certainly do that. Number is, where's my call? Oh, there it is. It's 216-986-8903.
Hey, Alan, this is Victor, your 300-pound listener out in Virginia. I just had a quick story. So I was in the bathroom the other day. I was having a real bad time, getting everything to come out. And this thing, my girl comes to the door and starts trying to tell me how to do all these things. So first thing I had to tell her was, "Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to." Wait, I can't say that. Okay, never mind. Bye.
Man, thank you. Right. We talked to Victor before.
Yeah.
He's one of our listeners in Roanoke, Virginia. He weighs over 300 pounds, and I think we were talking about 600-pound sisters he called in. Girlfriend tries to tell him what to do.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
Bill's stairwell fart, right?
Classic. Haven't had one in a while.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't.
You haven't tried to brew one up, or you just kind of
been very
you feel like you've
farty,
outgrown
yeah.
it.
No, I haven't outgrown it at all.
All right.
I just need to focus on it again.
Yeah. Did you see the Hudson memes that Jeff sent us out there in Hudson?
Oh yeah, very funny.
Wanted ice shanty attendants pay $14 the hard way. Because the bonkers mayor of Hudson said that ice shanties lead to prostitution.
That's a guy that's
Just photos of Hudson Springs Park. Hourly ice shanty rentals. Fresh hot towels. Yeah.
That's a guy that's gotten into some trouble.
I wonder how long he has been the mayor there. If this is like his second
Forever.
term, third term, fourth term. Yeah, these like small town mayors, like they just stay in there
since
forever.
He's 18.
Yeah, tiny little fiefdoms or whatever. Well, good for him. What's the matter with that? I've got to take a break. If you want to get the last word